Y'all, I literally slept so good last night. I went to sleep at it was like 11 probably. And I was watching recaps of the NBA finals, like little glimpses of it or whatever. Because I still have not brought myself to want to pay the 80 something a month for the cable or whatever. And I'm just like, even if I change to the Hulu plan, it's still 80 something a month. But anyways, I'm working from home today. My son is sleeping.
Oh God, that's the freakiest thing I've ever seen. Literally staring into my soul. Okay, wait, were we supposed to do something while this was down? Oh wait, no. Maybe the power has to be on. Maybe that's why we didn't see anything. Hello? Is this any better? Oh no, this is actually 10 times worse. I see everything much worse.
He's taking a nap. So I turn down the volume on his TV so he can sleep more peacefully and wake up in a more better, peaceful mood. But I am on my lunch meal break right now. I'm about to eat some food. Yesterday I had prepped like what my snacks and everything was gonna be. I basically so yesterday I made tacos. And the leftover meat and lettuce that I had, I just put like a taco salad, basically like a taco salad. And then I had like a side of oranges and a side of apples. So I'm gonna kind of warm this up a little bit just because I want the meat to be a little warm. I don't know how long it's gonna go for the ranch, but we gonna see. But I uploaded another video today, y'all. I haven't made it public, but it is uploaded, and I believe that I did put the cover picture for it on my Instagram. If you want to check out my vlogging Instagram, I did create it, and it is it's Siiin Vlogs. I created it like last week or probably the week before, so that's why I'm just now talking about it. But I'll probably upload another video soon, in like maybe a week or two, because I got like some editing and stuff to do. I just don't want to upload another video without having another video ready. Excuse me. And I'll just get me something to drink. Probably water. Let me get my water real quick. So yeah, I am home. But I woke up and I was just like, I woke up perfectly rested and everything. I just didn't want to go to the office. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to. So I didn't. Work from home today. I feel like I'm having a good day. A great day. This is so good. I think I'm gonna save the apples for later today. But I made the oranges right now. Okay, so I was actually thinking about how I had stopped recording for a while during the when school was starting and stuff, because I was starting to get in the routine of basically just being by myself and with my son. I mean, not just by myself, but I was allowing myself to adjust to what I had needed to adjust to, because before I moved into this apartment, I was living with my dad for a few years, and he was the one that was actually helping me get Xavier to school some days before he started going to a different school and riding the bus. So in the morning times, he would just take him to school, and that would help me because I didn't have to walk him to school and stuff like that. But now, recently, before, he was driving. We were walking to the school, and I just didn't feel like recording that every single day. I had to get adjusted, and I just didn't feel like doing it. So I stopped recording during the school year, and that was the start of his 3rd grade. And then when the summer came, I started recording a little bit, but not too much. And then when he started 4th grade, I started recording a little bit, but not too much. And then I stopped again. And then I had found a second job that was a hybrid job, and I still currently have both of those jobs that I have. And I was just dang, this is a lot. I'm a full-time mom, and I work 2 full-time jobs, and I also try to do content. I try to express myself creatively, and I love it, and it helps me, and I wish I could just make the income that I make with my 2 full-time jobs with just creating content. And I know that one day that will happen for me. And I also love to create music. I'm also an artist, and I want to own my own label, legitimate label. And it's something that I feel like can happen in the future for me if I just continue. So I'm going to do just that. But I said all that just to say. So after I started the second job, I started taking lifts again. So then instead of walking Xavier to school every morning, he was going to get taken in a lift. Because I would go to work, take him in a lift before I go to work, and then after I drop him off from the lift, I'll stay in the lift car, and the lift driver drives me to work. Now that it's the summertime, I don't have to take a lift to drive him to school, which is great. Helps me save money, because spending $800 on Lyft every month is not cool. Okay? So it's really good for me, just because on the days that I do have to go into office, which is like 3 days a week, I do have to take a lift. And I don't mind doing that. And so yeah, things have just been changing and adjusting for me in my life, and I've been just getting used to like everything, like the adjustments, and like figuring out what I was gonna do, and kind of like focusing and just giving myself the time to focus without like pressuring myself on to release vlogs and all this other stuff, because I knew that I needed to literally just focus on what I needed to do. You know, I was learning something new, and I'm still learning. I learn every day. My son's learning. He learns every single day. And I just had to find a good balance. So now I am going to try to make some more vlogs. I'm going to try to, of course, release more content. I have a plan to be releasing a whole EP this year. And it's just going to be good. So it's a lot of things that come with the process of creating content and like creating my music, and it's like the writing process is so easy for me. Like I just write such good, amazing songs, like honestly. And then it's just like the recording process is really what has had me at a halt right now, just because I'm not able to record it like I would like. So I have to pay somebody else to record me how I would like. But then again, the person doesn't always record me like how I would like. Not as far as like the quality, but as far as like if I was recording it, of course, you know, it's not gonna be costing me all this money. Like I wouldn't have to pay all this extra money. But when I'm using somebody else's equipment, paying for their studio time, paying for their time, having them mix and master the song, you know what I'm saying, having them record the song, having them finalize the song for me, put it all together and stuff like that. And I'm literally just the artist, just the voice, but they're doing all like the 1-2s and whatnot. It is like a little bit of a payment. You know, it does cost money, and I understand that fully and completely, because you know what I'm saying. Like if I had my own studio and I was charging and I was charging people for recording and stuff like that as well, it would be a cost, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's just what it comes with until I get my own studio equipment. And then with the cost of, you know, making the payment for the song, it's like that's just the recording of the song. Like what you gonna do afterwards? How are you gonna make the cover picture? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do for the marketing? How are you gonna promote it? Are you gonna plan the promotion out? Or are you just gonna do it by how you feel? Like how often are you gonna promote it? You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to be a known artist, these are things that you have to keep in mind, because you can't just put out a song and think a million people gonna try to watch your shit when nobody knows who you are. You gotta let people know who you are. You gotta promote your shit. You gotta work with a marketing company. You gotta let them put the creative touches as far as their marketing ways and techniques and the things that they feel like you should say and maybe do, you know, to help you get seen and stuff like that. And then it's like, okay, now what you gonna do else for the song? Like, you gonna create some type of merchandise for it? You know, you gonna keep it going? Are you going to create a remix for the song? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna create a music video for the song? Visuals and content go hand in hand. So a lot of things come into play, and it's like a lot of money gets invested. I've invested a lot of money that I have not seen returned yet as far as compensation for my music. So it's still a process. It's a ongoing process, but maybe one of these days I'll be signed to like an actual legitimate major label who will then help me build and develop my independent label. And then once the contract is done with the major label, I'll be able to gain that experience, continue it with the independent label of my own. Or I should be able to just do that while I'm still with the label. But anyways, that is to come. And anyways, $50 million handed to me in a check. What y'all talking about? Stop playing. So yeah, I'm on my lunch break. I just ate my lunch. It wasn't that much. I have a lash fill scheduled for Friday, and I'm really excited about it because, as y'all can tell, your girl need her lash fill. Okay, I need my lashes. Give me my lashes. My lashes. You know what? I realize why I stay spending some money, or I stay trying to get some money, or I stay trying to reach a goal or something, because when I tell you that as soon as I be gaining my control and I be like, ooh, everything's good, bills is paid, or deposits, you know, that deposit hit, and I'm just like, all that work, I got it, you know, I did it. And then I'd be just like thinking like, let me just go ahead and clean, you know, and then I'd be cleaning, and then the cleaning would be done with the apartment. I'd be done with cleaning, and I'd just be like, well, what is there to do next? All the bills are paid, cleaning is done, you know. Let me look on Amazon. Okay, Amazon said you better finish that cart before you keep scrolling, or we're gonna keep showing you the same shit. And I was like, okay, I'll buy some more later, next time, later. And then I'd be thinking, this is how I got in trouble with myself last time. I told myself, just relax, chill, stack your money, live a soft, happy, moneyful, magnetized life. As soon as it got calm, as soon as I was off work, grabbed my phone and replied to one of them nickels. I replied to one of them nickels. And what happened? One thing led to another. But then I realized that I really do like going out on dates and stuff. And like I said, I replied to one, and one thing led to another. Now, I haven't replied to one. I haven't replied to one. I haven't reached out to one. You know, I feel accomplished. Why do I say this? Because every time I reply to one, it's like, okay. A few days later, he ended up at my apartment. Oh, maybe that same night he ended up at my apartment. Maybe hours later, he's like, I'm on the way. Because don't be wasting no time. Ends up at my apartment. Cool. We chilling, watching a movie. Maybe we eating something. You know, we in the living room, we in the dining room. Oh, now he's washing my dishes. Okay, go ahead, clean all of them. Because I thought I was done with the cleaning, but my son was like, here you go, here's a few more. Clean them. And I was like, no. But that was like, I got you. So he cleaned his dish. I mean, he ate off of it as well, but he was cleaning the dish. One thing led to another. We start drinking. We start toasting. We start being happy about our lives. Yes. We start appreciating. Oh, I hit his vape. Oh, yeah. We love it. We love life. We're so happy. We start reminiscing about our old days and our old ways, and then talking about not how we miss it, but how we have evolved since then. And then somehow one thing led to another. Now you're in my bed. You're in my bed with me. Laying with me. We about to take a nap together. And one thing led to another. Now you are on my titty. How did that happen? So yeah, that's why I haven't replied. I haven't been trying to be like, oh, just did everything on my list. Let me go ahead and call up one, you know what I'm saying? I've just been peaceful. I've just been calm. I've been to myself. I haven't responded. I haven't entertained it because it can come very addictive. And then it's like I start to see you more often, and then it's like, oh, now you're texting me every day. Now you're calling me every day. Now you want to see me every day. Now you want me to come see you at your place, but you picking me up to come to your place. What? Now you paying my bills. What? I'm starting to like you more. Because you paying my bills. You paying for me to get my nails done. My lashes refilled every 2 weeks. You gonna pay for it? You said yes. You sent me the Cash App. Oh. And I'm over here thinking about, you know what? We could do this for a few months. In my head, I'm just like, we just gonna do it. You know, I'm just in the situation. I'm present in the moment. You over here calling me all these big girl names, and you my girl this, and you my girl that, and I'm just in the loop of, yeah, not even really thinking about, oh, he's really calling me that, you know? I'm not even really acknowledging it. I'm not calling you my boyfriend. No. Because I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we're having fun. We're enjoying the moment. But next thing you know, I don't answer the phone one night because I'm asleep. Because myself told myself, enough with the go to sleep. I go to sleep. What do? You start tripping. You start popping up. Ding dong, ring dong, whatever. Because you know I got that thing on me. You start ringing the doorbell, asking me, can I come in? Can I just talk to you for a little bit? And I'm just like, what? Sure. And I just look at you like, why the fuck are you here at 4 a.m.? Because in your mind, you thought I was cheating. But in my mind, we wasn't in a relationship like that. You ain't never asked me to be your girl, but you insisted that I was your girl. That is not how life works at all. So I continued with my life, and it just was like enjoying the moment. And then all of a sudden, you start to feel like I'm talking to all these little niggas. But really, you pulled up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m. What was I doing? I was taking a nap. I was asleep. But now, fast forward, we ain't talking. And I'm back in my happy phase because in order for me to be somebody's girlfriend and be in a relationship with them, they have to ask me to be their girlfriend, show signs of commitment, and actually continue to want to move forward with that. If I'm not your girlfriend, we just fucking. Don't get it twisted, okay? I'm grown. I'm grown. To get that out the way, but yeah, I feel good right now. I feel accomplished. I finished my work day very peacefully, and it was good. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. And on Thursday, I will be going into the office, which is not a problem. I keep getting... So yeah, I'm telling myself, girl, this is the lifestyle that you was relaxing at, but actually you've elevated since then, because before I was feeling these feelings, I didn't have some of the things that I have as of now. And I'm really realizing that I am that woman, okay? I am that woman, I am that girl, because I didn't came up, I didn't elevate in my surrounding, my environment, as far as the things that I have. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about last year. This is what I'm thinking about. Last year, I was in the living room of my apartment, and I was on a twin bed, and I was just waiting for my time. I was like, you know what? It's gonna happen. I'm gonna be patient. You know what I'm saying? And then November came, and I had that call. I got that interview, I had that call, I had that start date, you know what I'm saying? I was patient. And then I spent a few checks, a lot of checks. I made the money work for me. I moved it, okay? Bought what I needed to have bought. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just in my own room, sipping this delicious strawberry wine. Oh shit. This delicious strawberry wine that just literally fell all on my arm. But anyways, and I'm just thinking like, I am not gonna respond to now because I'm gonna continue on this. This is what I like. I didn't like buying stuff so when I buy stuff, it helps me, right? Like, it helps me feel good. When I save my money, it helps me a lot, right? When I get stuff bought for me, when my bills are paid by a man that I am intimate with, it really, really does something for me. And then when I realize that I don't need to be talking to that man anymore, I have no hesitation on cutting that man off. None. So that does something for me too, because I'm strong enough to be like, no, bye. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to form a long-term relationship with somebody who can't even form a relationship with themselves. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And now I'm thinking like, okay, I'm not gonna do what I did before. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to move on. I went on a movie date, in the last few days, and I see many more dates coming for myself. I see many more men wanting to spend their money with me, on me, give me cash, send me deposits, pay my bills. I see it happening. We're gonna be outside all season long, but I'm enjoying the moment right now. A self-celebration, because I know that there's something coming that I've always wanted, always asked for, been working hard for, and I'm going to get. It's a self-celebration.